Well, the special session of the Tamil Nadu Assembly was convened today sharp at 11. It concluded in the afternoon around 4 o'clock, and in the span of those 5 hours, the state watched in horror as the MLAs made a spectacle of themselves. 2 adjournments, repeated sloganeering, and finally, MLAs deciding to be at their worst behavior. Yes, you may have had Edappadi Palanisamy winning the trust vote, just scraping through with 122 in his favor, but at what cost?
An unforgettable day in the history of Tamil Nadu politics, with Chief Minister Edappadi Palanisamy winning the vote of trust, proving his majority as 122 MLAs voted in his favor. Everyone among the party and the people are very happy. Everyone witnessed the misbehavior of DMK in the assembly today. Amma's and MJR's legacy will be carried on forever. However, the state's first floor test in 30 years turned historic with high voltage drama, ruckus and heavy sloganeering. The much-awaited assembly session began with both OPS faction and opposition parties causing a stir inside the assembly, demanding for a secret ballot. But their demands were turned down by the speaker. And the ruckus continued, with opposition raising slogans once again, this time targeting the speaker. Chairs thrown, speaker being pushed and assaulted, and opposition MLAs clashing with marshals. The situation went out of control to an extent that the speaker was forced to leave the assembly, leading to adjournment of the assembly twice. First time when the assembly convened post-adjournment, EPS moved motion for vote of confidence, following which several DMK MLAs were evicted from the assembly. Meanwhile, the ruckus continued inside the assembly as the speaker continued to go ahead with floor test without the presence of DMK MLAs. And for the second time, when the assembly convened, speaker went ahead with the floor test without opposition's presence. Disappointed with the move, M.K. Stalin decided to meet the governor at his residence. From there, Stalin headed straight to Marina Beach, where he sat on a dharma at the epic Gandhi statue, but was detained later.
Here is another twist to the political drama in the state of Tamil Nadu. After what we thought that Edappadi K. Palaniswamy proving his majority in the assembly, everything would come to an end. Right now, this is not the conclusion here.
At one end, where Section 144 was imposed at the Marina Beach, on the other end, the newly elected Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu went to pay tribute to Amma at the Jaya Memorial in Marina. But the bigger question is, will Edappadi Palaniswamy be able to retain his post? Bureau Report, India Today.
With one MLA of the EPS camp, Arun Kumar, escaping from the resort, the Golden Bay Resort, at the 11th hour, the OPS camp, the EPS camp were both uncertain till the 11th hour. But there was one party that was absolutely certain what they wanted to do: not let the assembly function. Starting from asking for a delay in the actual voting in the trust vote to asking for a secret ballot to be held, they kept ensuring that the proceedings could not continue. And when all of their demands were denied, here's what they did.
Clashing with marshals. Opposition DMK's demand for a secret ballot turned ugly in the assembly. DMK MLAs rushed to the well of the house, surrounded the speaker and manhandled him. DMK MLA Aladi Aruna Pungatai climbed on chairs to raise slogans, while DMK MLAs KK Selvam and Ranganathan sat on the speaker's chair. The house reconvened to similar unruly scenes House marshals had to intervene to control the unruly MLAs. However, DMK leaders were adamant. They sat on the floor of the house until they were finally evicted by marshals. And once outside, Stalin hit back at the speaker.
The opposition, his shirt was torn and he was also beaten brutally. Yes, democracy has been damaged to the maximum extent in the Tamil Nadu Assembly today.
While the speaker finally conducted the floor test without the presence of the opposition, the unruly scenes witnessed in the house are an embarrassment not just for legislators in Tamil Nadu, but also for the country as a whole. Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, it's safe to say that pretty much everyone in the Assembly of Tamil Nadu lost their shirt today. First, it was the Speaker who almost distraught spoke about how he had been manhandled, his mic and chair taken away, and then M.K. Stalin, who dramatically emerged from the Assembly with his shirt open, his clothes all askew, and claimed that the Speaker had torn his own shirt and then in turn had made the marshals manhandle him. This is how Stalin has decided to up the ante against E. Palaniswamy on the very second day of him even being Chief Minister.
As Tamil Nadu geared up for its first floor test in 30 years, high-octane drama erupts. Opposition DMK up in arms against the AIA-DMK. Chairs, tables, papers, microphones are soon up in the air. Adamant on a secret ballot, DMK MLAs snatched the spotlight from E. Palaniswamy, but DMK working president M.K. Stalin did not want to go down without a fight. Stalin was soon forcibly evicted from the assembly. As the triumphant Palaniswamy won the speaker's favor inside the assembly, the action soon shifted outside. A heckled Stalin had a new spectacle in place. Not to be outdone, the speaker had his defense ready inside the assembly. Stalin's next stop, the governor's house. A short briefing to the governor and Stalin was on his way to Marina Beach. Soon memorial politics took center stage as Palaniswamy sought Amma's blessings. Thronged by scores of supporters, Stalin sat down on a hunger strike.
Dramatic visual here at the Marina Beach. We're seeing that effigy of the Tamil Nadu Assembly Speaker Dhanpal is being burnt, and people are saying that there's been injustice that has been towards M.K. Stalin, the acting president of DMK, as well as the opposition party leader.
As cops descended on Marina Beach and detained Stalin,
M.K. Stalin right here at the Gandhi statue being detained by the police and being taken away. There, that bus you see, that is the bus where leaders of the DMK, and that bus has been stopped by the people who were right in front of it.
Supporters soon raised a storm.
The DMK has taken to the streets after M.K. Stalin has been arrested from Marina Beach, where he attempted to hold a hunger strike. Very clearly here, people also trying to show their support on what DMK has done for now. But very clearly also they're trying to make a very clear point, saying that the way the assembly session was held was done in a very unfair manner.
Though Stalin's detention was short-lived, politics has now reached a feverish pitch. All eyes are now on the new Chief Minister and how he handles the Stalin bogey. Bureau Report, India Today.
He's a man whose rise was meteoric after the death of J.J. Lalita, and he became even stronger after the Jallikat protest. But after the humiliating defeat on the floor of the House is O. Selvam simply going to throw in the towel, or what is his next strategy? That's going to be our story on the other side. It was here at the Marina Beach that an unlikely hero emerged. It was O. Selvam. He was greeted with huge cheers when he managed to get Jallikat back. In fact, cries of Jallikat Nayak rent the air. But today, that same Jallikat Nayak didn't have much to show for all of that popularity, with him getting barely any votes on the floor of the House, even as the DMK was bundled away. So is this the end of OPS phenomenon? Is he now going to melt in the shadows? Far from it, because he is now only bracing up for a bigger, meaner fight.
This was his big moment of glory, the 7th of February, as he slowly inhaled and declared a silent battle against Sasikala. "11 days later, Selvam is back to doing what he does best, grinning and bearing it. Defeated in a trust vote, he had little hope of winning and losing to the arithmetic of assembly that was loaded against him. OPS now hangs on to the one thing that gives him strength: public sentiment.
The democracy is with us. The people do not want Palaniswamy and Sasikala as their leaders. I assure that Amma's legacy and rule will prevail once again."
But the OPS war now declared cannot be called off. Too much political capital has been invested for this to be a one-off war.
We will definitely go to the public now. It's already been charted down. The OPS Anna has got a clear roadmap of what and all areas he needs to visit, what and all kind of events that we should conduct to ensure that the public voice is echoed once again. And this hardly the number of 122 is a momentous victory for them, but might not stay for a long period of time.
I don't think poorly of him. I think he's a really decent fellow. But he has committed suicide because he listened to the advice of people who don't know anything about Tamil Nadu, and thinking that they represent a government in the center. He fell into that. He met the DMK leaders too, and that word got around, and that sealed his fate.
The OPS camp, which had been exuding confidence thus far, has had its first solid dose of reality and has realized that the comfort of public admiration won't be enough to win where it matters, in the House. The question now is, can OPS sustain the campaign momentum? Can OPS stain public's good books? Does OPS have a solid action plan?
For starters, OPS wants to go back to the people and whip up the sentiment across the state. Well, this could lead to a Jallikattu kind of protest against what is seen as a remote-controlled Sasikala government. And given the precarious action, the way the administration of Palaniswamy goes ahead, OPS can go ahead and plan its next course of action should the incumbent government come crashing down. With camera person Daniel, Pramod Madhav for India Today.
If there's one landmark in Chennai that viewers across the country will now be familiar with, we can safely say it is Jayalalitha's memorial, because it is at Amma Samadhi at Marina Beach that most of the people who wanted to have a stab at power in Tamil Nadu have gone. It all started there with O. Selvan's famous memorial after his meditation and conversation with Amma, and it all culminated there with an emotional E. Palaniswamy going there to pay his respects.
This 40-minute silence last Tuesday changed the game of Tamil Nadu politics. O. Selvam deciding to revolt at the place of his choosing, the Jaya Memorial at Chennai's Marina Beach. 2 days later, Shashikala Natarajan stopped at the Jaya Memorial on her way to meet the governor. A confident Shashikala was carrying the names of MLAs supporting her, nursing dreams to become the next chief minister. But
her hopes were dashed after the Supreme Court verdict. She was convicted and Paneerselvam again visited Jaya Memorial, this time with Jaya's niece Deepa Jayakumar. By now, Jaya Memorial had become the new political pit stop for all the characters of this Chennai saga. A day later, Shashikala Natarajan vowed to destroy Paneerselvam at the same memorial. The new Tamil Nadu Chief Minister too making a subtle statement at the Jaya Memorial, once after taking oath as Chief Minister on Thursday, and today seeking Amma's blessings after winning the floor test.
All the MLAs who had voted for him in the floor test have also accompanied him. A total of 122 MLAs are present here, along with the supporters from Jaya Memorial. They've gone to, of course, here the MGR Memorial. Chaotic situation here at the Jaya Memorial, as a huge number of people have gathered. This is directly from the Secretariat. They made their way here to, of course, pay their tribute to Jai Lalita as well as Dr. MGR.
With dust beginning to settle on Tamil Game of Thrones, it's all but clear that the road to winning Tamil Nadu's heart passes through Jaya Memorial at Marina Beach. Bureau Report, India Today.
It's been close to a fortnight of the most intense drama, and you've always heard it first and best right here on India Today. And today also, that's the end of our special broadcast. It has been wonderful to get the news to you. Thanks so much for watching.